Hey guys, this is Haley, and in today's video, I'm going to be taking a look on how much I've spent on my rabbits in the past year. I thought this video would be interesting because a couple of people have been wondering how much I spend on my bunnies, like weekly, monthly, yearly, and I just don't really know the answer myself as I haven't really looked into it. So I'm going to go back through my records and try to figure out exactly how much I've spent on my rabbits in the past year. I do want to put a quick disclaimer out there that one, I have 3 bunnies, so this is going to be different from someone who has 1 or 2 or 5, so it's, you know, obviously it's going to be different. Another thing I want to point out is I have 1 senior rabbit currently, and a year ago I had 2 senior bunnies. So because of that, my vet costs may be higher than some people simply because older rabbits tend to get sick more often. But this might give you a little bit of an idea on how much it costs to own a rabbit, or maybe it won't even help you at all since everyone's cost of owning a rabbit is completely different depending where they live, how many rabbits they have, you know, their individual rabbits. So yeah, I don't know. I just thought this video would be interesting. I also thought it would be interesting seeing my reaction to how much I've actually spent on them. Oh my goodness. This is insane. I'm kind of estimating that it's gonna be a couple thousand a year, but I'm not exactly sure how much more or how much less it will be than that. So I don't know, let's go ahead and get started. So I thought I would just use this little spreadsheet. I'll just call it rabbit expenses. You guys will see how horrible at spelling I am in this video. So the first thing I am going to look at is, let's see, Veggie Cost. So I buy veggies for my bunnies about 1-ish times a week. It's kind of like every 5 to 6 days. It just kind of depends on how long the veggies are good for. I'm just gonna kind of go ahead and see what my average cost per week on veggies are. And then obviously I don't have records for like every single time I've bought veggies in the past year, but I do have records from like the past couple months. So I'm just gonna kind of use those and then like estimate how much I've spent on it per year. All right, so that was 1 week. Let's try another week. And another week. So I just kind of looked at the past 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times I bought veggies, and then I'm averaging the amount of money I spent like at those 5 times, and it's about $15.58 is what I averagely spend per week on veggies. $15.58 is how much I spend on veggies per week. So then we're going to multiply that by 4. So I figured out how much I averagely spend on veggies per month, and that's $62.32. So now I'm gonna do veggie per year, $747.84. Holy smokes, that is crazy. I did not know it was gonna be that high. Yeah, wow, almost $1,000 just on veggies alone. So now I'm gonna figure out my hay cost. So I'm averaging my hay cost to be about $60 a year, and that comes out to about $5 a month. So honestly, that is pretty low. It's like my lowest rabbit cost. Next, I'm gonna figure out my litter cost per year. Litter per month, $5. So I think that's about all that I buy on a regular basis. The rest is just like vet care, medications, like random toys and stuff. So some of that I might not be able to remember like how many toys I bought and stuff, but let's see how much on medications recently. Okay, so it's about $55 a time, and she's been on since May. Goodness, $222 is how much I've spent on gabapentin in the past 4 months. Next is Medicam. So now for the major thing, and that is vet costs. This is going to be pretty high as I've had some older bunnies and they've had a lot of vet appointments recently, especially Lulu. So going back to my emergency clinic, I'm going to calculate those costs first, and I'm only going back a year. So within the past year, I had an emergency visit with my previous rabbit, Belle. For those of you who know, she had to be put down a year ago just due to old age. We believe she had cancer, and she was basically bleeding out, and we had to put her down. So there was an emergency vet visit cost for that. In January, I apparently went with Lulu. I don't think it wasn't an emergency visit. I don't even remember why I went there, but apparently she had a CT scan. $438. So they're also my specialist vet, not just emergency vet clinic. So I go there to consult on emergency and non-emergent situations. So the total cost there was $1,042. Now we're going to look up my regular visits. So that's just with my normal vet. So here's one for $102. Over halfway there, people. 1,510 20. So that is all I think I'm going to include, which is veggies, hay, litter, medicine, and vet bills. I've bought many things throughout the years, like toys, treats, stuff like that. However, I don't have a way to access those records, and those are more like non-necessary things. I don't want to say non-necessary because obviously they provide enrichment for rabbits, which is necessary, but there's no way for me to track that. So I would guess that I spend maybe, I don't even want to guess, probably a couple hundred on like those types of things. So I'm not going to include that in this video simply because I don't have a way of tracking it. But this is the total of everything I could calculate. So let's see. A rough estimate is, oh my goodness, this is insane. $4,079.04. Oh my goodness, I forgot. Okay, $4,074 and something cents. Let's see. Okay. Wow, I have like the attention span of a 2-year-old. $4,079.04. Okay. So that is the total, everyone. $4,079.04, and that's a low estimate. Like I said, I buy fleece, toys, more medicines that I didn't include. I probably should keep a better record of this, but I'm working on it. So yeah, that is a lot higher. I was estimating maybe $2,000 a year that I spend on them. But yeah, that's a lot more than I thought. And that's even on the low side. I probably spend $4,500 or $5,000. I don't know. So if for those of you wondering why I'm not getting more rabbits, this is why. Obviously I made a commitment to the bunnies I have, but I don't have a goal of getting more bunnies. I simply can't afford to spend more than what I do. Obviously, I can afford my bunnies I have, but if I was to get another rabbit, that would be double or, you know, another vet bill, another medication possibly, more food, more litter, all of that stuff. So that is the reason, the main reason I don't have more bunnies than I do. The other thing is time, health, all of that stuff. But yeah, for those of you guys looking to get bunnies, bunnies are not cheap. And I know I'm probably gonna get 105 comments saying, you don't need to spend that much on bunnies. Bunnies don't need that much. Rabbits don't need to go to the vet. You don't have to go to emergency vets. Yeah, I know I'm gonna hear it because people have opinions. However, I believe that you should spend as much as you need to keep your rabbits safe, happy, and healthy. Obviously, some of you guys are very young, you don't have jobs yet, so this could be quite difficult for you. But if you don't have a bunny yet and you can't afford, you know, this for a rabbit, you might want to reconsider. Obviously, there's ways to do it cheaper, but sometimes it is more expensive. I mean, if I had 2 bunnies who were young and healthy, this cost would be cut in half. But rabbits get old, rabbits get older, so obviously the majority of this cost here is Lulu. She's a senior bunny, she's had to go to the vet more often. Sterling and Ebony haven't gone to the vet in a year. Like, their yearly exam is coming up, so it's been like a whole year where they've been happy and healthy. No medications. Actually, that's wrong. I have given them medications, but I had the medications from, you know, previous vet visits, so I was able to give them at home. Yeah, so anyways, all I'm saying is rabbits can be expensive, especially when they get older. They are not throwaway animals. Just when they get old and sick, you don't just say, oh, whatever, go leave them to die. That is totally against everything I believe in. So yeah, I know I'm gonna get a lot of comments saying this is overkill and crazy, but you know what? I really don't care. I don't care what people say. So this is my number. This is how much I spend. I know some people probably spend way more than this and some people spend way less. I have no idea if this video was interesting, entertaining, or anything. A quick summary for those of you guys wondering where I get this supplies. Veggies I get at Walmart, a local grocery store, and a local health food store, which is like organic store, and Aldi. And I don't go to all of those every week, just like, you know, whatever I feel like going to. Hay I get from a local farmer for $5 a bale. I estimate around 12 bales a year, but I think I use less than 12 bales a year, but I could be wrong. Litter I buy from a local place, but any wood stove pellet works. Medications I get from my vet, obviously, or pet pharmacies, and then the other costs are my vets, and they're just local, well, semi-local, rabbit savvy vets. So yeah, that is basically what I do. Treats and toys, the majority of my treats come from grocery stores. They just have dehydrated 100% fruit or dried fruit. That's just 100% fruit, no additives. That's what I get for treats. And then for toys, I normally get toys at Bunfest, and sometimes I order online. Like sometimes I get some Willow off of Etsy, and then, oh, I buy treat hay and stuff like that from Dr. Foster's and Smith. I buy toys there sometimes too. So yeah, that's where I get all of my supplies roughly. If you wanted me to do like a better video about where I get my stuff, I can do that. But yeah, I thought this video was fun, kind of random. If it wasn't interesting, sorry. So that's basically it for this video. I hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you guys soon. Bye.